All right, good morning, everyone. Um, it's a little weird. I just need to get used to this. Like I'm just talking, and you guys can all hear me, right? You can all hear me.
Right.
Yeah, right. So um, I'll start with a question to see if you don't mind to see like I know Nitsan was asking it before, but how many of you are using AI in your business already? Can you just give me a hand? Okay, cool.
Great.
Because today what we want to do is really, we want to double click a little bit into this AI Activate program. And we want to, yesterday we said like, we call it like an appetizer. We want to talk about how AI can help you running your business, accelerating your business. And also we talk a little bit about the program itself, and we'll have a little live demo as well. So we'll start with some foundations like we don't expect any knowledge, any experience yet. I see some of you are already using it. So what we're going to do now is introducing ourselves. So my name is Christian. I'm AI product manager at eBay, and with me I have Tiana.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tiana Abdelmasih. I flew in from San Francisco a couple days ago, so if I look tired, that's why. But I'm on the OpenAI go-to-market team, so a big part of my role is ensuring AI adoption and helping companies and users use our tools like ChatGPT and also the API. So very honored and excited to be here today as part of Nitsan's big announcement to bring this technology for free to you all.
Thank you. So I'm very excited to be here. I'm actually pretty nervous, I have to say, and the noise is crazy, so I'm sorry, I'm getting there. So talking to you about AI Activate today is super exciting for me, because when I joined eBay many years ago, my first role was really about like seller onboarding. So I met hundreds of sellers across Europe and talked to them about like how to connect to eBay, how to plug their systems into eBay, how to become successful on eBay. And many of these meetings I had with these sellers often left me with a feeling like, oh wow, this is really like a lot to do. Like connecting with your customers, doing this like whatever, title rewrite, descriptions, and then, images have changed, so we need other images. And then you have all these channels, so I sometimes felt like, I wished I could do more for these sellers to save time, to become more productive, and to focus really on the customer rather than like tools and technology. And in a way, now several years later, now I'm coming back and meeting you guys, super exciting. And now it's time to talk about how we can use another technology actually to save time, to become more effective, and to use AI to scale your business. And this is super exciting for me. And there are statistics, of course, about how useful AI is. Yeah. I don't know, you probably have an opinion on this?
Yeah, I mean, I think the really cool part of my job and getting to work with a lot of companies and users, and frankly enrolling this program out to you all, is just being able to not only kind of showcase the productivity gains that we've seen people already have, but also hear from you as far as how you expect to see these gains in your business. What we have seen is that people that are adopting AI early are seeing productivity gains of about 35%, pretty immediately across the board. And productivity can mean many different things, right? It can mean time, it can mean resources. I would say like the sky's the limit. I'm super excited to show you some concrete examples today along with Christian as far as how you can actually see those gains. But our goal here is really to move that bell curve of quality continually to the right, your right, my left, and to make it that much easier for you all to scale and be more effective day to day.
All right, and when I think when I did do my first AI implementation like 5 years ago, it was like of course long before ChatGPT, at least I knew about it. It was like what? It took us like 4 or 5 engineers. We put them together for like 6 months, and they were doing something, and then they came back with some numbers after all. And it actually took us weeks to figure out if what AI produced for us was actually valuable. So, like very complicated, very expensive, and very technical. Now, today, things have changed, obviously, right? So using AI is very accessible to everyone. You can just use your natural language. You just talk to AI. AI will understand, and then you continue talking to it about whatever problem you're trying to solve, and eventually you will get to the point where you want it to be and to just have like good results. So very accessible and very easy to use, not at all technical. And before diving into a little live demo to put some more spice into this, it's like a little disclaimer maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say this is legal requirements here, but the long and short of it is we just want to make sure you know, and I think they mentioned it on stage too, whenever you use something like ChatGPT Enterprise, like don't always treat it as fact. I would say it's very, very smart. The models have only gotten more intelligent, especially with our recent launch of GPT-5, but AI can make mistakes. This should not be something to replace you or to replace anyone who works for you. It should truly be an assistant, so always double check, just as you would double check the work of a colleague or someone that you work with. I would say treat this as if you're, again, disclosing information to someone that you work with. The really amazing thing about ChatGPT Enterprise, and why I'm so excited we're bringing this specific version to you, is that OpenAI does not train on any data uploaded to Enterprise. So if you're using ChatGPT free right now for your business, basically the company reserves the right to train on that info, but for anything uploaded to the enterprise version, it has all of those enterprise capabilities built in, so your data is very safe, very secure. But of course, like, let's stay GDPR compliant, try not to upload PII if you can help it. And then, yeah, last but not least, I would say, like, use this to spark creativity, and just use your own judgment as using it.
Thank you. With that, like, it's really more like an appetizer. So we only have like a limited time. So what we wanted to do is really like taking some sort of real life examples to explore a little bit like how AI can actually help you running your business. And shall we just flip?
Yeah, let's do it. So we're going to spend kind of time on 3 different examples here. And hopefully they're all ones that are really useful to you all. Now, like I said, we're starting with 3, but there's 150 that you could do. I think a really exciting part of this program, and I know Nitsan mentioned it on stage, is not only supplying you with the tools, but also supplying you with the knowledge and the use cases for how to get the most out of this tool. So please view this as a starting point, but we're going to just jump right in and show you some examples. Hopefully this is somewhat of a familiar screen to you all, but this is the version of ChatGPT that you all will have access to. So to get started, the first example I want to share with you all is if you're using ChatGPT to help write product descriptions optimized for SEO. Now, the really amazing thing about this is you can do this specifically to optimize for listings on eBay, but you could also do this for website product descriptions, brochures, anywhere where you are trying to write content. That's the kind of amazing thing about this platform. I know eBay already has a number of really solid built-in tools built on large language models. You should continue to use those and think of this as something to kind of expedite that. So we're going to begin here and ask ChatGPT to act as an experienced e-commerce copywriter. And then we're going to ask it to write 3 very engaging product descriptions for my handmade soy candles. I wish I was skilled enough to be a candle maker, yet I am not. And at the end, I also give a little description about each candle, right? I'm giving it some keywords that I want it to focus on. I'm trying to give ChatGPT more context on my business and what I'm working on. Now, there's many different ways you could do this. You could take screenshots of your website and just throw it in here, upload as an image. You can continue to write more text and describe it, but I'm going to start here. Great. And as you see here, it works pretty quickly to give you 3 product descriptions tailored for these candles. I could copy each one individually. I could come here and edit them. And it's always going to prompt me at the end to say, hey, do you want me to adjust the tone to make this more playful? Maybe, for instance, I actually just want 1 sentence. right? So I could just come in here quickly and say, hey, make this edit for me. I actually want them to be shorter. So now I have a really long version of each, and I have a short version of each. So depending on where you're trying to use this copy, you can flex it quite easily using ChatGPT. So hopefully this gives you some ideas as far as how to get started in using this to write some content using like very, very, very simple instructions here. Now the instructions are important, and so if we could, I'd love to flip back to the slides because there's a lot of different ways that you can prompt or instruct ChatGPT to work, but we want to share kind of a formula, if you will, or a recipe for how to do that. In the back, do you mind if we flip back to the slides for a little bit? Just one slide? Amazing. Thank you. Great. Do you want to go for it? Or I can? Yeah, great. So as you saw in that example, I gave ChatGPT a persona. I asked it, or I told it, didn't ask, how I wanted it to act. I said, act as a copywriter. I told it the type of person, frankly, that I wanted it to act as. Now you could say act as a scientist, act as a skillful researcher, act like an eBay seller who's been selling on eBay for 25 years. But I gave it kind of that persona to work out of, and that automatically is going to tell it how it should operate and how it should respond and how it should think, frankly. The second, I gave it some context about my company. Now, the really cool thing within ChatGPT is the more you use it, the more it will learn about you and your business. So the second or third time that I do this, I won't need to tell it, hey, I'm a candle shop, or hey, I sell, secondhand fashion. It will just inherently know that. So the more context that you upload to it, the more it will learn about you and your business and what's important. But definitely when you're getting started, you always want to feed it some context about your business. And again, you could very simply even just upload, copy and paste the description from your seller page or from your website to make it that much easier. Third, I gave it a task. I told it exactly what I wanted to do, what format I wanted it in, what tone, and again, I edited it later and said, I wanted a change in length. But I think this is a really, really simple and easy formula. If you take, frankly, 3 things away from today as far as how to get started in using ChatGPT, it's 3 sentences, I would say, each time, and I would follow this recipe here.
And what I would like to add is like really this conversational element. Like you just keep talking, you reiterate, you optimize, you ask it to come up with other ideas, you switch tone of voice. This is like really powerful, and it makes it super natural. So I think it's a very new, very effective way to interact with an AI.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's jump into the next one.
Right?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
Okay. Shall we flip back?
We're doing constant time checks here, but it's 11:33, and I think we started a few minutes late, so plenty of time. Okay, great. So secondarily, I know a lot of you deal with, of course, customer inquiries, right? People who are buying your products off of eBay, off your websites, off Instagram and TikTok. And sometimes there are issues. Sometimes they got the wrong item. Sometimes there might be shipping delays and people are simply asking questions. And we want to make sure that you all have the tools to kind of respond to them in a thoughtful way and that reflects the tone of you, your company, but hopefully be able to do that at scale to save you some time. So I'm going to draft a friendly response here, or ask ChatGPT to a customer asking about a shipping delay. Now to do that, I'm going to create a new chat here so that it doesn't get confused with the previous, SEO writing and doesn't think it still needs to act as a copywriter. Okay. Got this prompt. Great. Okay, and I'm saying act as a customer service rep for a small independent bike shop. A customer has reached out asking why their order of a saddle is delayed. And I'm going to ask ChatGPT to write a warm, empathetic, and professional email explaining the situation to them, and at the very end offering, a 10% discount on their next order. Now you could take a screenshot of their email, also include that here. You could also do this, say you have 10 emails that you're waiting to respond to. You could upload those all at once and basically say, hey, I need responses to all of these. Super easy to add attachments. I'll show you how to do that in the last demo. But there's many ways to, again, start simple with one or scale this to many. Okay, great. So it's going ahead. It even has the format here. It would even let me open this up in an email if I really wanted it to with some of our data connectors. But it gives me a simple subject line. And in the tone that I asked it to write it in, it wrote an email saying, I truly apologize for, appreciate your patience regarding your order. It offers that 10% discount here, and then offers, any further up questions to reach out to us, and we're willing to help. Now, the nice thing is I could come here and say, I want to make some edits to this. Okay. So it says, what do you want to focus on changing? And I'm going to say, open this up in Canvas. Great. So what Canvas is, and anytime you ask ChatGPT to open up a piece of writing in Canvas, is, I think the easiest way to explain it is you can think about it like a Google Doc within ChatGPT. So you can come in, you can make updates here directly. I could edit this text here, but I could also prompt it on the side to then say, I want this to be a bit more formal. You can change the tone, and you can see the update happen in real time within the doc. So not only can you come in here, make edits to the language, and when you're done, copy and paste it into an email and actually send it off, but you can ask it to kind of, again, reiterate and keep changing the tone, change, again, you could change the length. You could really ask it to do whatever you want to this content to make it that much more effective for what you're working on.
Very cool. I mean, I could listen like forever, and I love it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, are you okay if we just continue?
Let's do it.
Can we flip back to the slides, please?
Let's go.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So, very exciting. And again, like, this is really supposed to be an appetizer. So just you hopefully will leave the session with a feeling like, okay, right, now I have access to this program. So I do want to do the same things that Tiana was doing. So let's quickly talk about this. This program is called AI Activate, and not, hey, here's another tool for you guys, because we really want to activate you. We want to support you trying this out, using it, and accelerating your business by using this tool. So you will have free access to ChatGPT Enterprise. One more click and you will see the QR code again, which you can use to register. We will run training sessions, maybe with a little more time and a little less background noise, so that we can actually interact doing this. There will be a learning material, and we're also, I think we're launching already a first few custom GPTs, which are kind of AI apps, which you can plug into your ChatGPT to make it even more personal. So this is in scope for this program, and to get access, it's basically just use the QR code, unless you already do so. We'll have them standing around here for later too, and maybe we should have a few questions.
Yeah, I would say let's do a few questions. Also, we have a this was the 101. We have a 102 immediately after this, without a break. So, but if you want to ask any questions on kind of this initial content before we jump into a few things that are a little more advanced, we actually have a microphone here. Yeah, go for it, the code. If anyone has a question, you can raise your hand. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
Question?
Can you turn it on? I don't know. Thank you.
Hello. Hi, so I've just got a quick question. I clicked on the QR code before, and I put my business name in, but not my eBay name. It wasn't really specific what it wanted.
I think the most important thing to do when signing up is just to make sure your seller ID is correct.
That's what I'm asking for. It asked me for my business name, which is different from my seller ID.
So I think you need to be logged into your eBay account when trying to register. that's what I was told. But we can look into this. We have a booth. Why don't you just come join us if you have registration issues
Yeah.
afterwards, and we'll look into
I've not had
that.
anything back, so that's,
What's
it
that, sorry?
says I've not had any reply to,
Okay.
that, but I don't know whether it's an instant thing or whether it takes some time.
I think it's going to take a little bit of time because the eBay team is going to
Sure.
just verify eligibility for those that sign up, but access should happen shortly after.
Yeah. And you will be notified. But come see us afterwards, and we can take this offline.
Yeah.
Question?
Question right here. Yeah.
A lot of the focus of the AI has been around on descriptions and content. Can it be used to enhance actual item specifics? So on eBay listings, you may have a lot of what you ask for is actually within content. You spoke about when people ask questions, often the answer in front of them, but often the item specifics are within content. Can any of the AI functionality be used to lift it out of there and populate those fields?
You mean like automatically, like integrated directly?
Correct.
Not yet. So you would always have to do it can greatly help you distill or extract them, but you would still have to export and then later on import them back into your eBay account for now.
Would it be able to export them in a fashion where it would be in the right column header so you could then import them?
Yes,
Okay.
100%.
Thank you.
Yeah. Great question.
Thank you.
One back there. It's probably our last question, Christian, and then we can move on
Yeah.
to the next section.
Yeah.
Or maybe we'll take two more since there are two
Yeah.
hands here.
Hi, just a quick one. In terms of the integration for ChatGPT and OpenAI into eBay, what level does it integrate to? For example, is this going to go further than just listings? Can it be involved with analytics and maybe more information about customers? And just how much further does it go than just listings?
Yeah, so the ChatGPT instance itself that you all have access to will not be like out of the box, have data connectors into the eBay.com experience right now. I would view this as a separate application. I think there's a world in which that capability is possible, so that will be something for the Christian and the eBay team to set up potentially further down the line. But as of right now, I would think of this as like an assistant outside of eBay.com that of course you can use for eBay and use for the rest of your business.
Thank you. Are there plans in the future to go that much further and integrate it much deeper into the eBay platform?
Yeah, I would say like there's there's something called the MCP, but it's essentially the ability to connect to external data sources from ChatGPT. eBay.com could be one of them. So it's a matter of getting that spun up and set up. But yes, I would say the capabilities there. It's a matter of how quickly we can do it.
And I mean, we're looking into this. It's like, for now, like Tiana said, like this is kind of a generic ChatGPT. And what we're going to do, actually today, we're going to launch some of these custom GPTs, which might be extended into like sort of integrated AI applications, maybe more closely tied into the eBay platform. However, we're still road mapping this out, and we actually would look forward for feedback from you later or in the coming weeks and months to help us understand like what level of integration you actually need, because of course we do not intend to have like a fully fledged 100% feature coverage integration, at least not at this point, but we want you to use this as productivity tool. And so, like you said earlier, like the if attributes, learning about missing attributes and updating them, that might be a very nice use case to build some capability around. And whatever you have in mind, I'll be curious to hear.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I think just one more. Sorry, we can get to the next. We have a second one.
Thank you. So I think it's a little bit building on what he just asked. If ChatGPT gonna have access, for example, for category ID numbers and stuff like that, because I find. Sorry, can you hear me?
Thank you.
Sorry. Will it have like more information about eBay, like a little bit more like category IDs, numbers? Because now I use it for creating CSV files, but I'm missing a lot of information that are not anywhere to get. So I was just wondering if that will be fed into ChatGPT eventually, that allow me to fully use it.
We need to talk. So this is exactly where I would love to double click a little more into like how much more do you need and where and how. So please help us to understand what you need so that we can see what we can do.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
I'm really sorry for cutting questions on this one because we have to move to the next part of this presentation. But we are very interested in your questions and your feedback and your thoughts and more importantly your use cases. So by all means, come see us at the booth left here afterwards and we'll be in touch for sure.
Great.
All right?
Let's do it.
So, yay, we did this. We do want your feedback. This was the first session, the foundation session sort of. Please do give feedback, let us know how we can improve. And do we have a mini break or do we just a question to?
I think we flow in. Great.